you doing, man? Oh, Jesus. No.
Into the black hole. Sing for my soul.
Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of Sunshine on Leyth. If you're still enjoying it, drop a like. That would be most marvellous. Now, yes, so we had a little bit of a break off camera. No actual games, just a 2-week jump for today's game against Burnley. That win in the last match was huge for us. Just to give you a quick update on the way the league table looks, actually, because I've almost forgotten myself, was 7 points clear of Bristol City at the moment, and 10 clear of Burnley, who we play today. A win today would see us go 13 points clear of Burnley with... I mean, I feel like the title is basically there to win. I feel like promotion is basically there to win, and that's what we intend to try and do today. This should really be our coronation, our promotion party, but you never know. Dale Connor got his first cap for Wales, which is awesome, and I feel like he deserves it. Both him and Win Billington, although Billington can't get in the team at the moment, annoyingly. We also got an extra £700,000 from West Brom, because Neil Cross actually got a call-up for Ireland, amazingly. He's smashing them in for Charlton in League One, and that got him a call-up, so there you go. And lastly, we had a youth intake, although this is obviously not them, because we've signed them up. So we'll have a look in the under-18s. I'll try and find the one guy that looked half decent, and he wasn't half decent. Here is him. This is Adam Wallace. He was the best player from the youth intake this time around. It's not good, is it? We're just going to have to keep ploughing money into that when we get a chance, but it's going to be a while yet. So with six games to go, we're going to start today, and we're going to come back for Reading on the final day of the season. It's hard to know how to really sort of parse this episode around, really, so I do apologise for the structure. It's a weird one, because I do feel like it's somewhat of a formality, particularly if we win today. I mean, we will be very, very close to promotion, and we've got Fleetwood to come as well. And with the large gap that we've had, we basically get to play the best team possible. Back in comes Fraser Thompson, with the exception of Nevitt. Oh, we've got Nelson as well. Oh, it's lovely. Somehow Nelson's still a little bit knackered, probably international duty. I can't ask for much more than that, eh? I don't want to get overly confident, but I feel like we've given ourselves the opportunity to just sort of stumble through these last few matches, but I don't think we will. I feel like our form has actually stepped up quite nicely lately, so that's good. Let's crack on. At home, a win here sends us to 90 points and basically eliminates everybody except, I would say, Bristol City from potentially winning the title with us. But I do think they'll go up with us as well, because they just look a cut above everybody else that's currently in those positions. They've just got that better goal difference, they score more goals, and Buffo makes it 1-0 inside 2 minutes. Andrea Buffo, I've really, really liked him this season. I was on the fence about whether we should sign him or not, because he did want nearly 10 grand a week, but his passing has been superb. He's even chipped in with a few goals this year, a few assists to go with it, but he has just been a much better passer than we've ever had in this team. But only getting a bit more of the ball now. That's a bit more like it. There we go. Sullivan will win this. Now he's through. This is perfect Sullivan territory. Can he finish? Yes, he can. 22 goals for Franz Sullivan. Yaya Coadio gets himself an assist as well, and we are putting Burnley to bed here. Bad defending, to be fair. Lovely work from Quadio here, just a simple ball through, but the defender should be doing better this. Sullivan's able to bring this down, and he very rarely misses from this kind of angle, and he's driven this one home. 22 goals this season. He has been spectacular. Win Billington hasn't had to be as good because he's been just as good. Like, Win has still had a phenomenal season, don't get me wrong. He's still probably going to be top scorer in this division, but for me, Franz Sullivan has got to be player of the year. Like, the amount of assists he's contributed as well to go along with those goals is terrific. I don't know if he's ever going to get to 20 and 20. Ooh, where's... No, Griggsy, no! Oh, no. Vladimir Datko gets Burnley a goal back and a lifeline out of nowhere. Griggsy, although I feel like it's a bit of a miscommunication between Griggs and Thompson here. He's holding him off quite nicely, and then Griggs has just kicked it straight into them. Oh, God! What are you doing, man? Oh, Jesus. No. I love how Datko gets an 8.2 because of that. He's literally rolled a ball into an empty net, and the game's like, yeah, it's a jolly good show. Like, no. Like, part of me would like Fleetwood Town to come up with us if we were to go up with them. Because, oh, dearie me, Coadio's now going to get red carded. Is this the point where the whole game just disappears from us? Really? Yaya? Really? Maleko into the channel. And Connor wins it. How? How has he not won that? Wait, what? How is that a penalty? Hang on. No. I know I do this sometimes, but that just looked like a normal tackle to me. Maleko goes to the corner. In what way, in what world is that a foul? That is some bullshit. Oh. Saved by... Oh my God, Griggs actually saves it. After all that, and Griggs makes the stop. Insane. What a weird game this has been. Maleko, ball through, and it's cleared by Sullivan. We were 2-0 up, dominating. They hadn't had a single shot and then they get the lucky goal, we get a red card, and now they've got a penalty which was nonsense, which is then saved. Mental. We've actually kicked on pretty nicely considering the whole 10 men thing. Buffo's still running the show, although, as I say that, he dispossessed. And oh, wow. They've just let Jääskeläinen run straight past them all. What a ridiculous game. Feel like number 42 could do a bit better than whatever that was. Cool. Bravo. Not sure exactly what you're trying to do there. Good finish from Jääskeläinen, though. They'll probably score from this corner now. That would be sort of the icing on the cake of this match. That's the good stuff. Not sure why Buffo's running backwards there. Good stuff. Enjoy. 2-0 up. They haven't had a single shot in the game. And then it just Thanos us. Literally, we just got Thanos'd. That's like laptop out the window type of game, to be honest. 2-0 up. They've had no shots. They get a really, really fortunate goal. We then get a red card out of nowhere, concede a bullshit penalty, which we then save. But it doesn't matter because the players are useless after that. Oh, wow. What a horrendous thing to have happen there. Maybe we're not out of the woods yet then. I just thought 2-0 up, cruising. This game is in the bag, and there it wasn't. Okay, things might start to get a little bit more shady now. Back in a minute. Right, we're back. Oh, my God. So, we went away to Fleetwood Town. Unfortunately, they scored with their first 2 shots on target. After we'd started off really well. They did actually get better once they got 2-0 up. Martin Sadler put them in front, and I just thought, is this going to be one of those days? Because it definitely feels like it. Ball out to this hand side, ball was whipped across, back here, Morita, sons of bodies, goes through, 2-0 Fleetwood, and I'm just head and hands at this point. Like, we continued to play well, and they actually got better in the second half, as it happens, but we were able to get back into the game a little bit more. Chan, back to Sankis, ball in, Sullivan, couple of little deflections, gets his goal, 2-1. Then in the 60th minute, we were able to grab ourselves a very, very important equaliser through Chan. Just gets a little bit of space, whips it in. There was Win Billington, 2-2. But my God. Unfortunately, that then continued away at Huddersfield Town. Look at the way we dominated this game. 6 chances, 62% possession, 11 shots on target. But no, they scored on a direct free kick in the 88th minute. Because that's just how it goes, isn't it? And then we went away to Hull City. Then we hosted Hull City and drew 0-0 in a game which, once again, we were probably the better side. They did miss a penalty in this game. Once again, Griggsy was the hero. But for goodness sake, what is going on? We're getting tons of chances and cannot score to save our lives. It's crazy. And all that leaves us 2 points above Burnley and 3 above Bristol City. Literally, 2-0 up against Burnley in that game, and since then, we've been unable to score goals, basically, except for that random spell against Fleetwood. It's nuts. I do not know how this has happened, but once again, it's just one of those things. So I thought I'd come back today, because there's actually another game after this, but I thought, today we're playing Bristol City. We lose here. They go level on points with us. So I thought we'd actually do this one with other stuff going elsewhere. We're playing early. There's a lot on the line here. There is a lot on the line. We could still mess this up yet, and it would be so annoying, because literally, we are midway through that game against Burnley, and it's like switch has been flipped. Crazy. Anyway, we must continue to try to put this back together and try and find ourselves a bloody victory. God, we were in such good form. Even West Brom have started to win a few games now, as it happened. So, changes. Nelson will come back in. He's been suspended for the last couple of matches, unfortunately. Watson, I think, is still injured. Yes, he is. So McCoy is in. Smith will be able to come back out for Thompson, so that's not so bad again. Lacking a bit of fitness levels, but what can we really do at this point? We may have to bring in Smith on the other side, in fact. Yeah, not ideal, but what can you do? Unfortunately, Billington has not really been up the races in the last few matches, which is a shame. So here at Ashton Gate, it is Bristol City versus Whitport. This is huge, legitimately massive, and I honestly wouldn't be surprised if we got thumped 4-1 based on the way that we've started playing ever since that Burnley goal. It's like that Griggs mistake in the Burnley game has lit like the powder keg, and it's set off a chain reaction that looks like it could end with us not even getting into the Premier League at this point. Why are we allowing him through the middle there? Okay, bit of space for Simon Nelson. He's got through them too. Might go alone here. Simon Nelson's all the way through, and wow, that was a really good tackle on him, to be fair. Nelson should find it now. Here we go, Harris. It's a very poor first touch. Billington, and it's a good save by Svilar. Okay, that's better. Missing Thompson does not fill me with confidence. Billington's in behind. Can he finish this time? Win Billington, yes! There we go. Bristol City 0, Whitport 1. Win Billington, when you need him, comes up massively. 27th of the season. He's not been in amazing form lately. He did get that 1 goal against Fleetwood, which was important, don't get me wrong. But Harris has just looked up and thought, you know what? Let's just pump one over the top and see if Billington can do old school Win Billington. And the composure is definitely there. Pops it past the goalkeeper, and that is a huge, huge goal. The win would wrap up promotion, but it gives us a chance to even have the draw that could... Oh, Marin scything down Kawadio. Could that be a red? Could it be? It's not going to be a red, is it? No. No. Don't be silly. Unless Sullivan could pop this on someone's head, though. Oh, it's in! Fraser Thompson! Wait, Fraser Thompson? Oh, of course, yeah, it was Connor I took out. Sullivan puts it in, and we're 2 goals to good at Ashton Gate. Now, this is huge. A win here. God, they really have left it late to dig these wins out. But if they get the victory here, now do not bugger this up. Evander. Through for Toussaint. We need a big save from Griggs here, and we're not going to get it. Javier Toussaint gets a goal back for Bristol City. And you can't really begrudge them that. They've been good today. But what I don't get is, every time Quaddy gets the ball, it feels like he turns away from the play, despite being on the correct foot. It's like he deliberately tries to use his wrong foot. Toussaint, it's a simple finish for him, and they're back in the match. Okay, half-time. We are winning. Just. But still suspicious. Frankly, even the draw wouldn't be the worst result in the world, but the opportunity to be promoted right now is 45 minutes away. All we do, if we don't concede a goal in this second half, we are promoted to the Premier League. It is as simple as that. It's that, black and white, right there. Don't concede, you're in the Premier League. Do concede, might still be in the Premier League, but no guarantees of that. Billington, we need him to be big today, and he's been fouled by Ahmed. That's the second time one of our players has been absolutely hacked over by a Bristol City player, and naturally this will be another yellow card, of course. They're definitely looking better as this game wears on, for sure, but I don't really think there's a lot we can really do about that. Get back to the correct side. Hick it off, for goodness sake. He's not going to save another penalty. Oh my god, he actually has. Griggs, I think, has saved his last 3 penalties. This guy is single-handedly trying to drag us to the Premier League here. I'm pretty certain that the last 3 penalties taken against us have all been not just missed, but saved, which is crazy. I want to see what the stats for his penalties are like this season. Good god, they really are getting a lot of space down there. Toussaint, oh, and then they immediately go and score. I don't know, they just look a lot better than us at the moment, which is not in any way surprising given the fact that we've played like garbage over the last few matches. Yet again, 2-0 up, and they've just turned it on, and there's not a lot we can really do about it at this point. Belchev, ball whipped across. It's a lovely little flicked header from Toussaint. I said just a wonderful header from Toussaint. That might still be on target here. Billington could spin around. Oh. It's a really difficult situation to be in, because you're like, do you want to try and stick with the 2-2? Or do you want to try and get the victory? Because there's always the opportunity of buggering it up on the final day again. And Marin's through now. And a great save again from Griggs. Not entirely sure on the best way to counter that. But sometimes that can work. Sometimes we're okay against this shape. Chan. Cleared away. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, God. Great tackle from Thompson. Slides in. And the guy's just there. All right. And again from Thompson. Well played. Booty. McCoy. If we can break through here, this is where we can get some joy. Because they're going to be... Oh, what on earth. Oh, yeah, just back off. Just back off. That's fine. You do you, bro. That's a goal. Yep, just back off. Whatever. Oh, my God. What is Chan doing? There. Or Sullivan, rather. And then Chan just, yeah, no, I'm not going to bother go towards the ball. I'm just going to let the guy collect it. It's now 3-2 to Bristol City. And for the second game in a row, we have conceded 3 goals from being in 2-0 advantage. Wow. We do love that when it comes down to it, don't we? We love a 2-0 lead and a 3-2 loss. Hayes. And to be fair, losing this game is not actually the most annoying factor here. It's not beating Huddersfield when you dominate them. It's not beating Hull when they don't do anything. It's losing a 2-0 lead against Burnley when they hadn't had a shot in the game. This is one of these games we'd have been fortunate to win had we won it. That is undeniable. Look at the amount of chances they created. They're a very good side, Bristol City. This is not the most annoying thing. It's the other games that we've managed to screw up that are infuriating. So, 89 points. We're no longer top of the league. However, we do have an equal goal difference to Bristol City, but they've scored 101 times in the league now. It all comes down to what Burnley do in their game. Back in a minute. So, Villa versus Burnley. Oh, 0-0. What does that mean? By the way, Burnley play Bristol City on the final day of the season. That was what it was. That was why we were able to get promoted if we'd have beaten Hull, because they're playing each other. What does that do to the league? Final day of the year. Okay, so what does that mean? I've got to check the permutations here, because we play Reading, which is definitely the easier of the games. Right then, so here's how things are. We'll go to this menu so we can see the actual permutations. Let's just say if we lose, because let's face it, there's a very good chance of that. At the moment, for some reason, a draw between the other two teams means we would be promoted, because Burnley's goal difference is worse than ours. If Burnley win and we lose, they would go above us. But in order to do so, they would have to be beating Bristol City. So depending on how much we lose by and how much they lose by, that would decide the other spot based on the goal differences of the two, since we share a goal difference. And if Bristol City win, of course, doesn't matter what we do, because Burnley will not be able to overtake us anyway. So actually, we're in a very, very plum position right now, where really a point would do it. Against Reading. A point is all it would take in this match for us to be promoted at home against Reading. And even a defeat could probably see. But imagine going up on a defeat after not winning in the last 6 matches. Christ. I was so full of optimism at the start of today's episode, and yet here we are. But I guess at the end of the day, going up is going up, innit? And what I would say is we have had a very tough run-in by having to play Burnley, Fleetwood, Bristol City, and Huddersfield all in those final matches. But the Hull one, nah. So I guess you could argue there's just a natural inertia in that those other teams had their more difficult fixtures earlier, and that's why they were further behind us, maybe. I don't know, we'll see. Maybe I'm trying to find a positive help. Right, we'll get Connor back in so we can go as full strength as physically possible today, really. And honestly, I'm starting Jeff Hayes over Kwadio. I don't even care. Kwadio he just looks weird when he's got the ball. He doesn't seem to do a lot. We're 23rd in the form standings. 23rd. It would still kind of suck to not win the league, given the position we were in. But honestly, if we were promoted, I would not give a damn. It's about getting promoted this season. That's all I really care about. Thankfully, the other game that we need to matters is right at the top of the list of matches, so it's never going to disappear as Burnley take the lead. Martin Milionaric scores for Burnley, which would see them leapfrog both of us, Sullivan's header, and go into first place. And it's 2-0 to Burnley. Burnley are 2-0 up against Bristol City now. So we'd actually be allowed to lose this game 1-0 and we would still be promoted. Good Lord. Let's just go and do our job, though. It would be a shame if Bristol City were to actually not go up, considering the amount of goals they've scored. McCoy. And Nelson's header, and why is he has a chance to bring that down. We've actually done all right here. I mean, frankly, it's been a pretty low-quality game from both teams. We really do look like we're about to limp over the line. And it wouldn't be the first time, either, that when it mattered, we weren't there. Like, I remember we did this a few years ago, back against when Hereford were playing against us. I think it was in the National League North. We're getting a lot of the ball, so I might actually try and steer into that and actually play a bit more work into the box here for a bit. Try and play through Reading a bit more, because we're not getting good quality chances yet. Buffo. Pop that on someone's head. Hayes. And Billington is at the post! Oh, God. That was the chance. Billington scores there, and that's probably us in the Premier League. Oh, Bristol City have a goal back through Marin. Okay, things get way more interesting now. Hayes draws one wide. Reading haven't really got any better. Third goal for Burnley. 3-1 Burnley. Also, we know that the goal for us now would win us the league, and Billington's there! Whitport 1, Reading 0. Win Billington's 28th goal of the season. Might well be the goal. I don't know why it's not counted as a shot. I think it must have been a slide tackle. Might well be the goal that sends us to the Premier League. Not only that, but as champions. Fran Sullivan's ball across. Billington sliding in there. That should still count as a shot. Lovely little finish. It's 28th goal of the season. Huge. Okay, everybody get yourselves set. And that's kicked straight out of play. 20 seconds to go. We're moving to 3D for this because it's about to be a championship crowning at home, at the Lighthouse, in front of the home fans. We are about to be champions of the championship and moving to the Premier League next year. Just about barely. Harris is into the box. Can he score a late one? Oh, nearly. And there we go, and the players just walk off as if nothing's happened. The crowd are going wild, and there they are lifting the championship trophy. But we win it by a point in the end, and Bristol City, despite scoring 102 league goals, are not going to be promoted via the automatics as Burnley sneak in there on the final day with a 3-1 victory, but we get the win in the end. We did not make that easy for ourselves at all. Win Billington scores the goal that sends Whitport to the Premier League. I wouldn't have it any other way. Assisted by Fran Sullivan. Come on! Bloody hell. We did not make that easy for ourselves. But I guess it was a roller coaster, if nothing else. Luton go down. Portsmouth have also gone down, which means I could be interested in getting that guy. Right. Budgets for next season. What they're going to give us. So I'm looking at a guy from Liverpool on a free. We're selling Catley. And we've also got a clause there for Vernon Lewis, who I also sold. We've got £227,000 a week and 30 million in transfer funds. I don't know how I'm going to spend that, boys, but I'm going to have to try and build us a Premier League team out of that. Come on! That is a lot of money, actually, considering we have 1 million in the bank. Bored of taking a risk here, I sense. So, other leagues, obviously, very important. Man United looking good for a Premier League title, but there's a lot of other teams up there. As you can see, Blackhaven still doing okay. 44 points on the board. They could technically still fall down as far as 14th, considering they've been top half for most of the year. It'd be hilarious if they did fall off towards the end. They're not going to get relegated, though. In League One, Sheffield Wednesday and Wigan are both up, with Middlesbrough, Notts County again, Birmingham and Blackpool in there too. Down go Cardiff, Sunderland, Scunthorpe and Walsall. Cardiff and Sunderland will be in League 2 next season. In League 2, Northampton, Bristol Rovers, Mansfield coming up. Along with them, potentially Leighton Orient, Wycombe, Bolton or Gillingham. God, Wycombe lost their last 5 matches. There's always one. Solihull go down along with Newport. And in the National League, Shrewsbury are promoted along with Boston, Swindon, Bradford, Oldham, Haverton, Waterlooville or Forest Green to potentially come up with them. Down go Gateshead, Eastleigh, Curzon Ashton and Sutton United. So, we were on a great run after this little weird spell and then the arse fell out because of the middle of that Burnley game. we have really just dug deep when we needed to there. Win Billington, what a hero. Crazy games, but what a finish to the season. There was any number of times we could have won that and just didn't. But Win Billington came up as the hero for us. So, if you've enjoyed this season and you're looking forward to the Premier League next year, drop a like. That would be ace. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. That would be awesome as well. I stream on Twitch on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and one of the weekend days, so go follow there too. And I'll join you guys tomorrow for some transfer goodness. It's going to be mental. I can see a lot of ins and outs happening this summer. New contracts aplenty as well. See you guys soon. Thank you so much for watching. Hold your gun. Capybara. Bye-bye.